Only business purpose expenses are allowed in PGBP.
Welcome to Business Empire and Profit War, Episode 3 of PGBP Kingdom. Today, we dive into the core rules of calculating taxable business profits. Understanding profit and gains from business or profession, or PGBP, starts with mastering which expenses are allowed. Our protagonist, Kabir, is building his Dragon Tech Corporation. He needs to know exactly how his business income is taxed. The ICAI core definition states that PGBP is the income from any business or profession carried on by the assessee. At its heart, taxable profit is simply revenue minus allowable expenses. However, tax authorities strictly define what constitutes an allowable expense to ensure tax integrity. ICAI insists on commercial principles, the wholly and exclusively test, and the real expenditure test for all deductions. Knowing the difference between allowed and disallowed expenses is the first step to accurate PGBP computation. The wholly and exclusively test means the expense must be entirely for the purpose of the business, with no personal use component. Allowable expenses include crucial costs like employee salaries, rent, raw materials, repairs, and most importantly, depreciation on business assets. Expenses that are disallowed include personal expenses, capital expenditure, or any illegal payments. For exam purposes, remember that every expense must successfully pass 3 critical tests to be allowed as a deduction. The first test is straightforward. The expense must be incurred solely for the purpose of the business. Secondly, the expenditure must be real and actually incurred during the accounting period. And finally, it must not be a capital expenditure, which relates to asset acquisition, or a purely personal expense. Let's look at a common mistake, inspired by Kabir's journey to solidify the rule. Kabir tries to include luxury shopping for himself as a business expense. ICAI Sensei's wisdom is absolute. Only business purpose expenses are allowed in PGBP. The final rule is clear. Business income is taxable, and proper expense matching adhering to these tests is required. By applying the 3 expense tests rigorously, you ensure accurate PGBP calculation and compliance. Kabir now understands the strict expense classification rules necessary to maintain his Dragon Tech empire's fiscal integrity. Join us next time as we delve into the war of assets and the crucial role of depreciation in PGBP.